And thank you. Tonight, a major upgrade for Grady Memorial Hospital.
Atlanta's only level 1 trauma center now adding a rehab center. Only Atlanta News First Patrick Quinn got a chance to take a look inside the center, which will officially open on Monday. And Patrick, Grady believes this will be an absolute game changer.
Some doctors told me that they believe this will have a bigger impact on patients than the floods did here in 2019, a bigger impact than even the pandemic. So high expectations for this new rehab unit set to open on Monday. But as part of a soft opening, it's already proving transformational after trauma.
I was just like, I want to walk normal. Like, when I leave here, I want to be walking normally.
From her hospital bed, J.C. Malone says she's determined to walk again, exactly 1 month after she was shot in the head in what police investigated as a road rage incident. We covered it.
On top of breaking news, one person is fighting for their life after a shooting in Northeast Atlanta.
Malone was rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital. From the ER to the ICU, here she is a day after the shooting. J.C. said initially she couldn't feel the left side of her body. That's when she was brought to Grady's new rehab unit.
We're not only focused on saving your life, we're also focused on the recovery process so that you can have a life afterwards.
Put that hand, there you go.
J.C. went through occupational, speech, and plenty of physical therapy, relearning to walk.
And I just feel like you just got to be dedicated and you just got to you got to want it for yourself.
The 24-bed rehab unit sits just above Grady's ICU units to streamline care, cutting down on a patient's recovery time after a stroke, brain or spinal injury, car crash, or a gunshot wound.
Good stuff.
And this rehab unit that much more critical after Atlanta Medical Center closed in 2022, leaving Grady as the only level 1 trauma center in the city. Grady said they saw a 40% increase in trauma patients, leaving fewer empty ER beds. Grady felt the pressure. With this new rehab unit, they're seeing some relief.
Every patient that we can take to rehab opens a bed up on the other side of the hospital that a person in the emergency room can get into.
For J.C., leaning on her Grady team and her family instilled determination, a month after being shot in the head, we were there when she got up and walked. A slight wobble, J.C. has dreams of being a model. This hospital hallway, her runway to recovery.
Just to help and just to practice, like everything's possible.
Everything is possible, and J.C. wearing that helmet to help with the healing. She's in fact expected to be discharged in a matter of days. She said the first thing she plans to do is to get her nails done. Now, this rehab center, it's fully funded by Grady. They aim to help those that are insured, but also those who are not insured. In downtown Atlanta tonight, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.